part of the TikTok hack. She should change her credit cards and bank account numbers. I work with ID theft, and this can be the start of personal ID hacks that can lead to using your identity to even commit crimes.
Yeah, no, it's true. But you got to be careful. So the Easy Pass thing, if you get one, it looks very convincing, but there's a couple of things that give it away. It says, you have an outstanding amount due. And in the very next sentence, it says basically the same thing and uses the word outstanding. So it's like, you have an outstanding amount due. If this outstanding amount isn't paid, and it's like, wait a second, somebody who writes as English as their native language would probably not, as a professional company, use, it's like a little bit word detective stuff.
Yeah.
So, and usually they forget to put a space between a period and the new sentence. This one looks really legit. Delete it.
Yeah.
If they really want to get a hold of you, let them send you a letter.
Yes,
let
that's
them
what
send
I
you
always
a
think.
bill in the mail.
I will never trust anything that comes over text, because if they really wanted to get a hold of me, they would get a hold of me by letter.
They would figure out a way
they would
to get a
send
hold of you.
a guy in a suit and a fedora to my door. That's how they would get a hold of me.
Frightening.
It's a Neo to your house?
Yeah.
I've gotten like what is it called? Like a ticket before, because of in San Francisco, you go over the Golden Gate and you you have to pay a toll to do that.
Okay.
But you can't do it like at the Golden Gate Bridge. So I've gotten a bill before for not paying the toll, and so that's why I just assumed if I'm getting texts, I probably owe something.
Look really careful. No, I agree. But give it the benefit of the doubt that it's not real. And just assume if they really want to get a hold of me, they're going to figure out a way that's not a text message.
Yeah.
So never respond to any of that stuff. I get something from Wells Fargo or the United States Postal Service says, hey, we need to link. Like, nope, if they want me bad enough, they'll figure out a way to get a hold of me. We were talking a little while ago really quick about were you ever at a wedding where they called it off while you're waiting for the wedding to start? Here's my favorite text. I was at a friend's wedding when her brother came out to the front of the church and said the jackass groom was just caught with the bridesmaid in a closet. Wedding is off, but the food is still on. If you see the groom, congratulate him on being a dummy. See you all soon. Everybody was stunned, but the groom came out like nothing happened. Everybody ate, and later the bride thanked the pastor in front of everybody and over the mic for catching the groom. Wow. So here's another one. I was in a wedding, and the wedding party was taking bets on how long the marriage would last. 2 weeks.
Oh, no.
2 weeks, and it was an expensive wedding. Another one, we got a generic text the night before the wedding that we were supposed to go to, said it's off. We never did find out why. 10 years later, I'm still so curious. Another one says, when that happens at a wedding, it's the worst. I went to one. The bride was fooling around with my best friend. She went through the wedding, was divorced within a month.
Why would you just go through like all the planning of a wedding?
Because all the guests are there. You're embarrassed. All the guests are there. Grandma flew in from Tallahassee.
You're not getting any deposits back. You might as well just have one hurrah.
Might as well do it, yeah. I got to talk to my wife about a couple of things. First of all, we need to talk about the dog. Because Gavin is a pink-nosed lab retriever, some sort of a mix, and we saw him at the adoption thing at EPC at Spot's Last Stop. That's the charity. That's the foster. And then we said, oh, we love him. And they heard us talking about Gavin on the radio. They brought Gavin to the house the other day, and he is so sweet.
Yeah.
He's such a good boy.
Aww.
He's kind of a bigger boy. Josie was the size of a cat. Gavin's the size of 3 Josies. So we need to figure out what way are you leaning right now?
I don't know. It's so hard. I just think we need to take a little more time. I think he's sweet and he's cute, but I just feel like we haven't had enough time pass yet.
Oh, between Josie and Gavin?
Yeah.
But he just wants some love.
Maybe
after
your vacation?
Maybe after the vacation, Bailey. He wants to come up to you while you're sitting in front of the TV and rest his chin on your knee and look up at you with puppy eyes. Don't you want that? She slaps me when I do that. So, get off.
Well, I would too.
No.
I know. Well, Roger is going to be like hiding for days.
Yeah, Roger and the dog are not.
Because then she doesn't get to hang out with her buddy if you get a new buddy.
I need a new buddy, though.
You have Susan.
I need a new buddy, though.
David.
Hey,
Okay, you can finally have that mouse you wanted. You can
Oh,
get the
no,
mouse.
didn't he want a white rat?
I want 2 white rats
Ew.
I'm calling it a mouse. It's not.
or an aquarium, one or the other.
Yeah, you're going to get some beta fish now?
Not beta fish, probably some neons.
Ooh.
Anyway, so
Goldfish.
do you know what I found in the drawer the other day?
Can't imagine.
Could be many different things.
I was looking for some shorts to work out, to go to Snap Fitness and work out. I found this pair of shorts that I didn't remember you getting for me. Now, I'm going to hold them up to the camera here on YouTube, Dave Ryan TV. Jenny, Bailey, and Vaughn have not seen them.
Yeah, we
No.
haven't.
I need to get...
Oh.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
I think I do now.
Do you remember getting me these shorts?
Absolutely.
Oh, now I'm
Oh,
excited.
they're bad.
Well, I can't wait.
Are they
Okay.
bad, or just bad for you?
Are they?
Bad.
Okay,
Okay.
let's see.
I'll probably love them, honestly.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
Dave Ryan TV
Oh,
on YouTube.
my God.
What in the hell?
That is the best thing I've ever seen.
No, it's not.
Oh, my. Can you aim them towards me for 1 second? I know you're putting them. Oh, my.
Would you like to
Man,
describe
Susan.
them?
Whew, Susan looks fine on those.
Susan. Oh my gosh.
Let me describe it. I know if you're listening on the radio, you're like, dummy, I can't see it. I'm on the radio. It is a large pair of blue shorts.
Are they
on the
swim trunks?
They're either workout shorts or swim trunks. I actually think they might be workout shorts, but they could double as either, I think.
Yeah.
But they're large. They're big workout shorts. They're blue, and they have hearts all over them. And emblazoned every 3 inches is a picture of Susan holding Josie. Captioned with, I love my wife.
Yeah.
This is the corniest pair of shorts. I know you meant well, but no person should ever wear a pair of shorts that says, I love my wife, unless that person bought them for themselves.
No, I love this. I love that Susan even had the mind to be like, I'm going to get him this, had to scope somebody out, like probably one of those kiosks at the mall, and was like, hey, can you do this? I love that.
What do you think, Bailey? Be honest.
I
They're
mean,
the ugliest damn pair of shorts you've ever seen in
I
your
actually
life.
don't think that at all. I think Susan looks very beautiful on it, and I like the color a lot, and I think it stands out. And it's a good, you know what? It's a good conversation starter. Wear it at the pool when you go on vacation and start chatting with people.
No, this is what's going to happen. There will be a couple from Cleveland elbowing each other going, look at that guy. Boy, is he ever whipped. His wife got him a pair of shorts that says, I love my wife.
Or they might be like, look at that couple. They have a great sense of humor.
yeah.
You got to have a good sense of humor to wear ugly-ass shorts like this.
I do think they're funny. I feel like I'm in it for the comedy. I wouldn't have like bought those in earnest and been like, here you go. But I know that Susan didn't. She bought them for the comedy.
Did you buy them for the comedy?
Absolutely.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah.
So you've never seen them. She just slid them in your drawer
No.
for you to find
She
one
gave
day.
them to me, and I quickly forgot about them in the same way you forget about like a traumatic incident in your life, like a traffic accident.
Oh my gosh. You
So,
suppress those shorts.
I suppressed those shorts. It'd be like if I got Bailey a pair of shorts that said my picture on it, and it said, I love Dave Ryan.
That's
I'm like,
hilarious.
Bailey, wear them shorts.
I mean, I think it's funny because like my sister gives me pictures of her on like a keychain for me to carry around. And I think that's a good bit. That's hilarious to
That
me.
is, I get the bit.
Right.
I'm a funny guy.
So if you
I'm the
give
funniest
me
person you know.
a pair of shorts with your face on it, I would wear those all the time.
Would you
'cause
really?
That's hilarious.
I'm going to do that. I think Christmas time.
Fabulous.
You're all going to get a picture of me on your shorts. I love Dave Ryan. Hey, we got to run, but I will. What?
It's going to show up on your Instagram feed, all of you now.
Yeah, now because we talked about it.
Where I
Yep.
got 'em.
It probably
It
will,
is.
won't it? Yeah.
We're going to get those ads.
If you don't have YouTube or you're driving, I'll take a picture of these and I'll put it on my Instagram, Dave Ryan TV, and you let me know what you think.
Can you put them on?
Yeah, I mean, I could, sure, yeah.
Okay.
Let me know whether you would ever wear these or whether you would buy these for your partner. They are shorts that said, I love my wife, with
Everybody-
a picture of her.
Everyone on the YouTube is saying that you should wear them, like 1,000%.
I agree.
I don't know what's worse, wearing the shorts or yesterday's stun gun. I'm really not sure. All
Probably
right,
the stun gun.
we'll be right back. Okay, have a good day. Talk to you later.
Bye-bye.
Bye. We'll be right back on KDWB. We're going to do more of these. We had such a fun time with it yesterday. Sing your favorite TV commercial jingle. Get on the talkback feature and do that, and we'll play your lovely voice singing the Dr. Pepper commercial
Ooh.
coming up next.
101.3. 101.3.
KDWB.
from the Custom1MN.com Weather Center.
Most of the snow will probably be melted by tomorrow because it's going to be cloudy today, but then rain showers throughout the day, a high of 39. Tomorrow, cloudy, a high of 43.
This report is sponsored by Totally Tan and Spa, home of free tanning.
Free tanning. That's right. At Totally Tan and Spa, receive free tanning for a full year with the purchase of any tanning lotion. No additional fees, just free tanning for an entire year. Available exclusively at all 17 Totally Tan and Spa locations.
Don't you love when you walk into a room and you feel people are looking at you, but in a good way? I love it. And I know it's because I've been to Ideal Image for skin rejuvenation.
Jenny, you are glowing. You look great. My wife went to Ideal Image for cool sculpting and loved the results. My daughter Allison was there for underarm laser hair removal, and she was so happy she went.
Ideal Image isn't just a med spa, it's the med spa.
Mm-hmm.
Laser hair removal, cool sculpting, injectables.
There's so many things about this story that I just love. I think even she admits there's some part of the story that's absolutely ridiculous. What happened with your husband that made you say, oh my God, we can do War of the Roses? What happened?
I hope she makes you smile.
I found a pill.
The way you made me smile on the other end of a phone in the middle of a highway driving alone.
I've just noticed
oh, baby.
that sometimes he comes home and he smells like a different soap.
And there was some sort of smeared substance on her shirt.
I keep finding pairs of underpants in our mailbox.
I hope you both feel the sparks by the end of the drive. I hope you know she's the one by the end of the night. I hope you never ever felt more free. Tell your friends that you're so happy. I hope she comes along and wrecks every one of your plans. I hope you spend your last time to put a rock on her hand.
Knowing that he was there and then she disappears, knowing that giving her the side eye, giving her the look the entire night.
I hope she cheats like you did on me.
I can't help it that you're insecure about my past relationship. I have said I'm sorry. I've already apologized for that.
Yeah, babe, I hope he shows up in a 2 a.m. pic from a friend, hanging on to a girl to just rub it in. I hope you stay up all night, all alone, waiting by the phone, and then he calls.
So we met this girl, and she introduced herself as, she was like, hi, I'm Kendra from Days of Our Lives.
Well, after the fact, he's like, oh, by the way, I was at Kendra's house putting in a backsplash.
Looked at our Target app, and I've never done this, but it shows all sort of the purchase history around Valentine's Day. We also got this Reese's heart-shaped chocolate box and condoms.
I hope you both feel the sparks by the end of the drive. I hope you know he's the one by the end of the night. I hope you never ever felt more free. Tell your friends that you're so happy.
So I hid under the stairs just in case, someone was going to come over. But no one ever came over, so I was stuck under the stairs for 3 hours.
And I hope it cheats like you did on me. And I hope it cheats like you did on me.
And Kelly was hoping that you would send those roses to her.
Oh, well, if I would have known she was listening, I would have.
Well, of course you would have.
You're this upset about it. Why can't you just talk to me about
I'm going to
it?
get a restraining order or something now. Like,
Come
this is
on.
one step too far. Like,
honestly, just get off my...
Every guy says, I told that crazy girl to leave me alone.
Yeah.
he cheated on his wife, so can you really believe whatever the he's saying? Turns out that I'm basically the last person to know that my sister-in-law and my husband have been having an affair. Everybody else knows.
I'm sorry. I can't hear you guys.
I mean, how long do you think this is going to last, though? Because, he can pretend right now that the phone is not coming through, that the call's not coming through. Because he was so flat busted, he just hung up.
Like you did on me.
It's fall at Dixon Farms, a perfect time of the year to enjoy all the goodness we have to offer, like warm Dixon cider or delicious Dixon nuts. Sometimes, though, you want something just a little different, something to surprise that special someone this fall.
My wife loves Dixon Farms. This time of year, she loves Dixon cider. And don't even get her started on Dixon nuts. She just can't put them down, but I'm looking for something a little different. Something really special.
Well, you're in luck. If it's different that you want, we have something just for you. Introducing a new blend that we only sell once or twice a year on the back loading dock outside Dixon Farms. We call it Dixon Cider Backdoor.
Dixon cider backdoor? Sounds interesting. Tell me more.
Dixon Cider Backdoor is special. A lot of our customers love it, but it can be somewhat of an acquired taste. So next time she asks for Dixon Cider, just ask her if she wants to try Dixon Cider Backdoor.
Sounds easy.
Well, not always.
My husband asked if I wanted to try it, and, well, you tell him, honey.
I can tell you that she loves Dixon Cider Backdoor.
Well, love might be kind of a strong word.
Try Dixon Cider Backdoor, new this fall from Dixon Farms.
My daughter, like, you never know.
I'm Jen Swan. I'm the host of a new podcast called My Friend Daisy. It's the story of how and why a group of teenagers turned to social media to help track down their friend's killer. Listen to My Friend Daisy on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Follow My Friend Daisy and start listening on the free iHeart app today.
You can do more than listen on KDWB. You can watch The Dave Ryan Show. Just go to YouTube and search Dave Ryan TV.
We are on Dave Ryan TV right now, and people said they missed the shorts. And if you didn't hear the story a while ago, I found in my drawer at home a pair of really ugly shorts, like workout shorts or swim shorts or whatever. And I pulled them out and I said, God, I forgot about these. These are so awful. And so I showed them to Jenny and Bailey, and you immediately, and Vaughn.
They're on your seat.
And you immediately started laughing like, oh, they really are bad.
No, I said that they were great.
They're comedy.
You're too positive. You need to be more negative like me and Vaughn.
I refuse.
Okay. So I held them up to the camera on YouTube, Dave Ryan TV, and they're dark blue shorts with every 3 inches is a picture of my wife holding Josie the dog, and it says, I love my wife, and it's got hearts all over it. And you guys laughed because they are hideous and they're ridiculous, and so people are like, okay, those are cool. You should wear those. And I'm like, no. Somebody says, I bought my man something similar, only the boxers were more naughty, and he wears them.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody else says, Dave is criticizing those shorts while wearing a 90s era Mickey Mouse sweatshirt. I seen what you wear, Dave. I think those shorts would be fine in your wardrobe. Hey, now.
Hey, now.
Hey, now.
I feel called out.
My husband has a pair of boxer shorts that have a picture of me right on the junk, and it looks like I'm hugging it. Now, that's kind of funny.
It's a good bit.
That is kind of a good bit. And then somebody says, I love Dave Ryan's shorts, should be sold at the state fair.
More than anything, I just love that Susan put in the thought to like, hey, let me grab this picture of me and Josie and find somebody to do this.
I think she saw an ad on Instagram. I see those ads all the time.
I was going to say, I get
Same
ads
kind
like
of thing,
that.
yeah.
But she did, you're right, though. She did find a picture of herself where she looked great, and she chose the words, I love my wife.
It's funny she put Josie in there, too. Kind of like, well, maybe he'll wear him if I put the dog in there. If you missed it, you can also see it on Instagram, Dave Ryan Show. And let me know whether you would wear a pair of shorts like that from your spouse that they gave to you with their picture, and it says, I love my husband.
That's a good bit.
Or I love my wife. Let's do this. We had so much fun with this yesterday. It's sing that commercial TV jingle. And we just had a great time with this yesterday, so let's do a bunch more on the talkback feature on the iHeartRadio app. Just open up the iHeartRadio app, tap that red microphone, and then off you go.
Hi, this is Kristen from Burnsville, and my favorite commercial jingle is the Tootsie Roll one where they say, the world looks mighty good to me, 'cause Tootsie Roll is all I see. Whatever it is I think I see becomes a Tootsie Roll to me. Thanks, guys.
I forgot about that one.
Never heard that one.
I've never heard that.
Okay. Here's one classic one.
My favorite commercial jingle is, I am stuck on Band-Aid brand 'cause Band-Aids stick on me.
You know who wrote that?
Who?
Barry Manilow wrote that.
Really?
He really did.
Barry.
Isn't that crazy?
Wow.
That makes sense. It's a bop.
Here's another. It is a bop. Let's play the whole version. Here we go.
Go eats, can't be beat. They're the creamy hot cereal with the cocoa treat to be big and strong. Have lots of fun. Eat cocoa, eats everyone.
I don't know that one.
I don't know that either.
I don't know
but it's
either,
cute.
but she should sing that jingle
She's
for
good.
them.
Cocoa Weeds. Okay, here's another one. Okay, now I'm going to stop for a second. If this is the one I think it is, it's offensive.
Oh.
But I'm going to give it a shot anyway.
Okay.
Because the Frito Bandito, I'm going to go ahead and give you a little history and not be offensive to our Mexican listeners. The Frito Bandito was a character that Fritos had back in the day, and he was a bandit. He was a Mexican bandit with an accent that would steal your Fritos.
Okay.
Ha, 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 ha.
Okay.
Then they realized, oh, that's kind of racist.
Yeah.
So they stopped doing it. But I'm guessing what she's going to sing is the Frito Bandito song.
Okay.
Here it is.
I am the Frito Bandito. I love Frito corn chips. I love them, I do. I love Frito corn chips. I take them from you. I am the Frito Bandito.
Now, you got to be at least 78 years old to remember that jingle.
Jeez.
Because it was a thing back in the 60s or 70s. And then even Fritos is like, yeah, that's not a good look. A little history for you.
I'm glad I learned
today.
Yeah.
Okay, sing your favorite commercial jingle.
Hey, this is Wisco Ashley, and my favorite jingle is double your pleasure, double your fun. That's a statement of the great mint and double mint gum.
That's a good one. That's a good
Chris Brown worked that into the song forever. Double your pleasure, double your fun. He got paid by Doublemint to work that in there, and I'm not making that
Wow.
up. It is not
They
made
paid
up.
him?
Yeah, back when people liked Chris Brown.
Yeah.
Okay. Here's another one. Sing your favorite commercial jingle. Go on the talkback feature on the iHeartRadio app. Open up that app, and there's a red microphone. Tap it. 30 seconds. Do your thing.
Every day I wake up, pour myself a cup. That rich Folgers aroma, the best part of waking up. It's the do-up, and all I do.
Now, that's the extended remix.
Yeah.
Because it's not the best part of waking up. Is Folgers in your cup. Here's another one. This one, whenever it comes on, this is like nails on a chalkboard to me, but you know it.
800-588-2300 Empire today.
Most of those notes were right. I love that one.
Here's one.
Oh, O'Reilly Auto Parts. Ow!
Clever.
Unison right there.
It's a clever jingle. All right, here's one that we've mocked for years, a TV commercial jingle.
My favorite jingle was one day, one night, Saturday's all right, online's just fine. Nighttime, anytime, get your degree, set yourself free. National American University.
Classic.
So good. That's a good one.
I don't think they're around anymore, though.
I don't think so either.
The Campbell's soup, is that a jingle or is that just a saying where they go, Campbell's soup is good?
They used to go, good, good.
Yeah.
That's what Campbell's soup is, good. Or soups are, maybe. That's
Sure.
what Campbell's
I didn't even know
soups
that
are, good.
I just heard, we used to do the Campbell soup is good. We would push our cheeks forward, so we would say it with little chubby cheeks.
I thought their jingle
Adorable.
was Campbell's chicken noodle possibility.
Oh.
Did I just make that up?
No, that
I've
one
heard
sounds like the
it.
new one, yeah.
Might not have caught on, though. Mentos.
Did in my house.
Mentos bread full of life. Nobody did that one.
No,
Let's
not
see
yet.
what else we got.
Hi, this is Kelly, and I'm from Mounds View. And I would say my favorite jingle would be, "You're not fully clean until you're zestfully clean."
That's an older one. Do you remember that one?
Is that isn't Zest a soap?
Zestfully clean.
Get it.
You're not fully clean unless you're zestfully clean.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a soap, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, here's another one.
1877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today. There you go. Thanks.
Now, somebody brought up, they said, hey, it occurred to me, when I donate my car, what charity does it benefit? And it does benefit a very specific, worthy charity. But I think people think it just is like, it's a charity, so I might as well donate. But before you donate your car, do a little digging to see whether that's a charity that you want to donate to. Because you might want to donate your car to, I don't know, parakeets with beak cancer.
Oh, beak cancer.
It's a big thing. It's a big thing in the parakeet
Why do they
community.
need to drive?
Huh?
Why do they need to drive?
Don't judge them,
Because it's
Jenny.
cute.
Oh, okay, fine. One more that I don't know that KDWB ever played this one, but do you guys remember the commercial for 1-800-411-PAIN where they're like, my neck, my back, my car just got smashed.
Yes.
My neck.
I do remember that one.
That would be your favorite, Jenny.
Love it. All right, it is KDWB. We're about to do. I think we're going to play. We might not have
Dave's
time.
Dirt, yeah.
Let's do Dave's Dirt, and we'll get to face off in another time because we're going to talk to a woman in a few minutes who says every woman needs two men. I want to hear her justification on this and why every woman needs two men. One of us is not enough for you, and we'll figure out why. Coming up.
The Dave Ryan Show, 101.3 KDWB.
Apparently, Chelsea Handler's nephews have begged her to stop skiing topless, and I guess she does this maybe once a year on her birthday. Here is Chelsea Handler.
Their friends at college were talking about me.
Oh,
and I thought, great, I'm relevant to college kids.
College students are watching me.
Perfect.
Yeah.
That's all really I could have ever asked for.
Exactly.
And then I thought about it, and I thought, I don't want to humiliate them. You know, I don't want to be like a joke.
Val Kilmer, tragically, has died at the age of 65. It was not unexpected. He'd been sick for a long time. If you saw him in Top Gun Maverick, it was kind of shocking, but it was very touching also how they worked him into that movie. He was 65 years old. He had pneumonia. A decade ago, he was treated for throat cancer and stopped acting. The memorable roles that never earned an Oscar nomination include Batman Forever and Top Gun as Iceman. And despite Kilmer's health, Tom Cruise insisted that he had a role in Top Gun Maverick. And I'm really glad he did.
Yeah.
Like I said, it was a good movie, and that was very touching that he should be in there.
Yeah, that's a bummer.
The United States is home to 900 of the 3,000 billionaires worldwide. The top 5 richest are Elon Musk, $342 billion. Mark Zuckerberg, $216. Jeff Bezos, $215. Oracle chairman Larry Ellison at $192, and French businessman Bernard Arnault, $178 billion. Now, joining the billionaires for the first time this year are Jerry Seinfeld, worth $1.1 billion, Arnold Schwarzenegger, worth the same thing, and Bruce Springsteen, $1.2 billion.
Ooh,
Music, Rihanna's worth 1.4, Taylor Swift is worth 1.6, and Jay-Z worth 2.5 billion. Tyler Perry, 1.4. Kim Kardashian, 1.7. Oprah, $3 billion. George Lucas, 5.1. Steven Spielberg, 5.3. In athletes, all of these are worth about the same except for Michael Jordan. LeBron, Tiger, Magic, all about $1.5 billion. And Michael Jordan, $3.5 billion.
Whoa, I didn't know that the athletes were making that kind of money. I guess with like endorsements and deals and stuff.
Yeah, I'm going to guess all of that and endorsements and all that stuff. So, yeah. Okay, it's kind of interesting. Jason Kelce and his wife Kylie announced the arrival of their 4th daughter. They tweeted or Instagram, whoop, there she is. Finn Ann Kelce. So her name is Finley, but they're going to call her Finn.
Cute.
It's cute.
I think it's cute.
I like that name a lot.
Yeah, it's all right. People magazine confirmed that Jennifer Lawrence delivered her second child. No official announcement. One day Law was pregnant, and a few weeks later, her husband Cook Maroney walked in New York City without her very visible baby bump. So they didn't make an announcement, but they apparently had the baby. Mm-hmm. And nobody cares about that one or that one. So let's scroll down a little bit and see what else. You guys are interested in other stuff?
Yeah,
I guess so.
You guys
Yeah.
like
Category of stuff.
You like
Oh,
other
yeah.
stuff?
You know, I want to hear from Jenny.
I like French toast sandwiches.
Yeah, that's what I
don't
was
know if
wondering
you've
about.
Ever tried them before? But if you haven't, Holiday Station has one themselves. It's a sausage patty, egg, and American cheese between 2 golden brown slices of French toast.
That sounds French toast.
French toast. That's my best French accent.
How do you spell that, Jenny?
That was great.
French.
Oui, oui.
You guys know I can't do accents, okay? I try
That
my
was
best.
probably your best one, as bad as it is.
Thank you.
One more addition to the dirt, brought to you by 612 Injured, Heimer and Lammer's Injury Law. I've been watching The White Lotus, and the guy who...
Plays Rick.
his name is Rick, and he is dating the girl who's got the weird teeth.
Yes.
He's got like a half bald head, but long hair.
But he's still pretty hot.
He's kind of hot. And he's got kind of a dark persona, and he's vengeful and murderous. But I saw a clip of the best of the show, Vice Principals, and somebody sent it to me, and they're like, "Look, this is Rick from White Lotus with a completely different role." Vice Principals is on Max. And I'd never heard it before. And I said to Susan last night, I said, okay, we're done watching this week's White Lotus. Let's watch this show with Rick called Vice Principals. Oh, my God. I have not laughed so hard in a long time.
Is he one of the main characters in it?
He is one of two main characters. There are these two guys, and they both are vice principals of a high school. But they want to be principal, and they hate each other, and they constantly insult each other, and they're so stupid. It is the funniest thing I've seen in many, many
I
years.
can't remember if you've watched The Righteous Gemstones, because we've talked about many years ago. Okay. I mean, there's a new season out, I think, right now, but he also, that same guy, his name's Walton Goggins, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, Walton Goggins.
He plays Baby Billy in The Righteous Gemstones, also a hilarious and ridiculous character. So it is. So I remembered him from that show, so it was weird to see him play the serious character in The White Lotus. But
because he's so serious and dark in White Lotus, and then I saw this clips of Vice Principals, and I'm like, God, he's hysterical. And he's such a great comic actor, along with the other doofball that plays his nemesis. That is my pick of the month.
Yeah.
And I know it's early. Vice Principals on
I'm going
Max.
to put that on my list because it sounds funny.
Watch one episode, see if you like it. I could not stop laughing, and Susan was getting a kick of watching me laugh, because usually when I watch something funny, I go, oh, that's funny.
Oh,
I don't really laugh out loud. I go, that's funny.
Yeah. But
Like,
this one, you were
I
rolling on the
laugh out
floor.
loud.
Dang.
All right, let's move on. Bold statement from somebody on the phone here, and I said, you got to say this on the radio. And they're like, done, I'll do it. So we're going to talk to Julia. Julia, we're not going to disguise your voice. So somebody is going to recognize your voice at your work, and they're going to judge you. They're going to be like, oh, my God, that's Julia. This is interesting. Julia, welcome to KDWB.
Hi.
Tell us what your opinion is, your bold statement. What's up?
Well, my bold statement is that every woman needs two different partners.
Two different partners. Okay, so if she's straight, two men. If she's then if she's a lesbian, then it's two women. But we're talking about you have two men. Why?
Well, every woman needs one that is stable and predictable and comforting, like one who's just really steady and kind of like your rock.
Mm-hmm.
And then you need one that rocks your world and you have a ton of fun with. And every woman knows this, they just don't want to admit it.
Oh, now there's a bold statement. Every woman knows it, they just won't admit it. Jenny, what do you think?
I would.
You agree, don't you?
No,
yes.
God, no. I highly disagree. I think that the goal in life is to find a partner that fits both of those categories.
Good luck. It ain't going to happen. Am I right, Julia?
It's the odds are just so slim.
It ain't going to happen.
Why do you say that?
Well, I personally, I've dated plenty, and I've never met someone who's both. My husband is definitely the first one. He's really steady, but, he's not the crazy go-out one. Dave, which one are you?
Oh, I'm both. I'm absolutely both.
Hey, don't forget humble. He's humble
I'm
too.
humble.
He's humble,
no,
too.
I'm quite the catch, because I am a steady, good provider. I'm not addicted to drugs. I'm a comforting presence. I'm reliable. And then I'm also a lot of fun. I like to do things out and about.
What things do you like to do?
Ride motorcycles, flying airplanes, playing cribbage.
You do all those things by yourself. Well, besides cribbage. You can't play cribbage by yourself.
No, I think that am I not bold?
So you think that the definition of fun is going to play cribbage?
Would Susie say you're both?
No, she doesn't go with me.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Buckle your seatbelts.
Okay, so let me find out whether people agree with this. Bailey looks puzzled.
Oh.
What do you think? Do you think that a woman, you say, Julia, all women know this, they just won't admit it. Bailey, what do you think?
Well, so I'm coming at it from a different point of view in general. I have a lot of friends that are polyamorous, And so they would say, like, yeah, you would have multiple people that serve different purposes for you, but they like go into the relationship knowing that about themselves. And then you have to like build your whole, whatever relationship you have, multiple or not, you have to like build the whole thing on like, trust and love regardless. But then you have multiple partners. So I feel like it's a doable thing to have more than one. But I'm not sure if Julia is polyamorous or just somebody who's like, I think I should have two dudes.
Well, there's a difference. Let me ask you a question, Julia. So Julia says that every woman needs two guys. Define the two guys. What's guy number one, Julia? Tell me guy number one.
Well, like I said, like guy number one is super reliable and steady and just like your typical good guy, like one that you can trust and rely on. And then the second one is the one who's kind of like a wild card, and he's adventurous. You have like a great time in the bedroom, and he's just kind of crazy.
And you have both.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And you're married.
Yes.
Big question. Does your husband know about guy number two?
He absolutely does not.
Does not.
Oh, well, then that's just cheating then.
Okay, but is it justified in Julia's mind because she feels that every woman needs the guy who's fun and the steady Eddie, and then the guy who's a freak in the sheets, and a guy who loves to go do adventurous things and laugh it up, and you're fun. That's your fun person.
See, I can see Julia's point of view and thinking that like she needs those two people, but not being truthful with her husband about this other guy, that's just cheating, period, to me. That's like, oh, I'm going to say like, oh, this is my philosophy. Like I have these two people and it's okay because this is how I think we all should be living. And if you say that that's your philosophy, that's just a way that you're justifying sleeping with somebody else to get no consequences. But you should be truthful about it.
Who are you to judge? Who are you to judge?
We
Who
all
are
judge.
you to judge?
We all judge.
I know, I'm just trying to play devil because people do that all the time. Who are you to judge? But we judge all the time. It's part of life.
You're like, oh, I'm playing devil's advocate, but I'm actually giving her the benefit of the doubt by talking about like, okay, this is a real thing that happens to people with people, but they do it on purpose. Like they go out and seek out people as like polyamorous people. Like I'm going to have multiple partners, but they're truthful about it. If you're not truthful about it, then you're just cheating.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Text messages. My boyfriend is both. I've been with him for 8 years. I found him really early. We were both young. He's my best friend, stable, loves going out, making plans and living our lives. I will tell you this, though. I knew somebody in our family that they married the steady Eddie. They were rich, successful, handsome, boring as hell. They couldn't stand how boring they were. And they didn't last because they thought that they could marry somebody who was the steady Eddie. I don't know that she cheated, but I know that she was not happy with like, we don't have any fun together. So Julia's theory is all women need two men.
I don't endorse the cheating, but I get what she's saying because I have one of my best friends, Marissa. She's in the dating field, and she always talks about, like, yeah, she just can't find someone in particular. And I don't know if that in particular is all, like, checking all the boxes, but I feel like it is hard out here.
I think that's just dating. But I also think that it kind of just sounds like maybe your husband isn't the most compatible and that she settled. Like she settled for what she thought would be good enough. And then she realized when she got into the marriage that it wasn't good enough. And so now she's doing her own thing to try to like justify, well, I've got the husband. It's fine. But I still need this in my life.
Yeah, she's making justifications for being kind of a crap person.
Well, okay, let me justify it for her. I'm trying to help you out here, Julia. Do you have nice clothes and gym clothes?
Yeah.
You have nice clothes and gym clothes.
Yeah.
Well, why you wear nice clothes to, church or a wedding?
Mm-hmm.
You don't wear them to the gym. They both serve two different purposes.
Yeah, clothes don't have feelings.
Yeah, there's other people involved.
Okay, there's that. There's that.
Clothes aren't sentient.
Let me talk to I don't know that word. Kaya. Hi, Kaya. What did you want to say? Kaya, you were on the radio.
I
Hello,
don't think you
Kaya.
pressed her.
Hello. Oh, push the button. Hi, Kaya. Now we got you. What's up, Kaya?
Why can't everyone just have one partner? Like, that's why you pick a partner in life, is to do everything with them and go through the hard times. And there might be times where, like, yeah, they're not your favorite person in the world, but you chose them as your partner in life because you believe that you could build a life with them and you love them so much. Like, it should be enough for you. Like, if someone were to tell me, like, oh, you're not enough for me, then bye, you know? Like, they should.
But she says that one person is not enough. It's kind of like some people want to get 2 cars because they got one that's like for hauling the kids around, and there's goldfish crackers ground into the back seat, and then there's like the sporty one, or maybe there's the one that you drive up to the lake. I'm not trying to take your side, Julia. I'm just trying to figure out how you justify, the 2 guys. Let me ask you this one. When's the last time you saw guy number 2? Julia, when's the last time you saw guy number 2?
Oh, maybe a couple weeks ago.
A couple of weeks ago. So he's okay with you being, he knows you're married, and he knows you're only going to pop in and out when it's convenient, right?
He does know, yes.
He does know, and he's accepting that.
Yes.
Is he married?
He's not married.
Okay. All right.
He's not the predictable, steady type. You know what I mean?
Okay, because he doesn't want to have the
just feel
relationship.
like, I don't know how old you are, Julia, but you sound like you're in your 20s, honestly, and just like haven't experienced that there are people out there that are everything.
I mean, like I said, I've dated around a lot, and I do want to say, like, I care about my husband. I care about him and I love him, but
sure.
He doesn't meet all of my needs that way, and I wouldn't want to try to change him as a person, so I've found someone else who does, fill in those blanks for me.
Okay. I would say probably 9 out of 10 people are anti-Julia, but I think 1 out of 10 people are like, you know what, she's right. Women won't admit it, but she's right. There's your guy that's the steady Eddie, good earner, dad, whatever, comforting presence, can change, can fix the faucet, but that's kind of boring. It's not likely, they say, that guy is also going to be a ton of fun.
Yeah. I think what she would need to do to kind of redeem herself here is to have a conversation with her husband, because polyamory exists, ethical non-monogamy exists, like that's a thing. And it's because she hasn't talked to her husband about it that makes it shady. So, if she brought it up and been like, hey, you know what? I would really like to open our relationship or something like that. I don't know. Maybe he'd be into it. Maybe deep down he's like, yeah, that's what I want too, because people don't really talk about that kind of stuff at all because it's kind of taboo.
Well, how
in
can you
relationships.
Can you imagine bringing it up to your partner? 90% of us bring it up to our partner. You know what I want? I kind of want a non-monogamous relationship.
You never know.
I hope you're into that, because I really had my eye on Cheryl down the street.
Right. But then if they're not into it, then okay, maybe this isn't for me. And then there's just something different that you want from relationships that you can go out and seek without that person. So I see what Julia wants. I just don't think she's going about it in a way that's respectful to her husband.
Okay. What do you think? Julia, you know what? I'm glad you called in. It's not a popular opinion, and we didn't disguise your voice or give you a fake name, so you're probably going to get roasted in the cafeteria down at work by a table next to you. But thanks for being on. I appreciate it.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, tons of text messages on this one.
Yeah, this one that just came in, it said, I have a friend who just went through this. She eventually talked to her husband and said, it's either open marriage or divorce. They are both super happy now. I don't know what they decided on.
What did they decide on?
They got divorced, and now they're both super happy. All right. Thanks for letting us know. We appreciate that. Anytime you got a weird topic or a bold topic, let us know. That was really interesting. Text messages. Julia is a cheater, and she's trying to justify it. I hate this caller. Don't cheat. Tell the husband, and maybe he can get another 2. She knows it's wrong. If she thought it would be okay, she'd bring it up to her husband. So here's another one to play devil's advocate. If a guy called in saying this about women, people would be losing their minds. I think people kind of did lose their minds a little bit.
The majority of people do not like her.
I would agree. All right. Thank you for all your input. It's 101.3 KDWB. I got a text message a minute ago, and people are like, is Julie, not Julie, they're asking about Jenny, because they're like, oh, Jenny seems so nice.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, no, she is nice. And we couldn't think of like a nicer, better person
so
kind to
yeah.
work with.
So nice. I love her so much. She's nice.
Just very sweet, and just, she's always got something very positive to say. You know what I mean?
She truly does.
Like, and I think you look really nice in that Mickey Mouse sweatshirt.
Oh my gosh, that is so nice, Jen. She's one of my favorite people to work with. I will say that she can be kind of like therapizing. Like one time, I told her that I was feeling tired. And she pulled out this chaise lounge and made me lay down.
Yeah.
And I thought it would be great because now I get to take a nap. But then she took out a notebook and she started asking me questions about why I was tired, how it made me feel, how my parents' divorce affected me, and what it was like to be a spinster, and had me in depth describe how pretty she was. I don't know how the last one was really going to help me, but she didn't blink when she asked, so I had to come up with something. So, like, other than that, though,
Jenny,
she's so nice.
So kind. She is so nice, and I think one thing I will say, she thinks she's really famous, but I think her biggest audience is the crickets in that ugly ass camper van of hers, which is, I mean, it's not even really a van; it's a can. It's a can on wheels.
Yeah,
it's a can on 4 old bald tires, and she thinks that people are. It's weird because she thinks that people stare at her in her camper van because they're impressed, but they're just really wondering how Sasquatch got a driver's license. I mean, but she's nice.
Other
She's
than that, she's so sweet.
Sure.
Jenny empathizes with people. She's just a great all-around human being. But I will say, she can get a bit too sensitive. Like one time I walked up to her and I just said hi. And the next minute she ran off saying, "No, I'm not." I thought she thought I was accusing her of being high.
Yeah.
But I was like, that's not the case, Jenny.
Yeah.
But other than that, she's fine.
Yeah.
I love talking to Jenny.
I really like coming into work and seeing her beautiful face. I just love it so much. But I will say, she can be kind of competitive. Like, okay, the other day, I got an answer right in a game. And I did a little dance to celebrate my win. And then all of a sudden, Jenny brings out this massive boombox, presses play, and challenges me to a dance-off.
Weird.
I hadn't even stretched, Dave, okay? But she got up and wiped the floor with me.
Yeah.
Literally. She, like, picked me up and used me
Kind
as
of
a
bully,
mop.
like a bully.
Yeah, like a mop. And I love her so much, though. Truly. Truly, I do.
Well, you know, I will say that she is so nice, but she's also not getting any younger. And so she talks about what an athlete she is.
Yeah.
But I think athlete in this case means running to keep up with her ever fading youth, which is just kind of and then the thing is, she went from drinking a handle of Jack every week to drinking a gallon of Pepto-Bismol and then, I'm so tall. I'm so tall. Just because you can reach the snacks on the top shelf doesn't make you the main character, and all this travel. I'm travel. I mean, how exotic. Oh, you're a traveler. She found a Starbucks in Lincoln, and nothing says wild explorer like sipping a non-fat latte while scrolling Instagram in a national park. I travel.
Look at me
But I
next
mean,
to
she's
this
good.
bison.
I like her. I like her, though.
So good.
I do like her.
Although, I will say,
Oh, God, it's still going.
It's going on, yes.
Jenny can be sort of a tryhard. And I'm not talking about at work. We were at a curling competition, and right before we started, she chugged a flask, and I was like, okay, that wasn't part of it, but she said it gets her pumped. Then when the game started, she accused 3 little girls of cheating and chased them with hot curling wands that she just pulled out of her purse. I was just like, why do you have those here? And more importantly, where are they even plugged into, Jenny? But other than that, she's great.
No, she's great.
so great. I love Jenny.
It's really nice of you guys.
Winning Song Wednesday on KDWB. Here is my song. We all bring a song to the table, and you vote on which one you want to hear the entire song. That is my entry today on Winning Song Wednesday. But there are 3 more that you've got to consider. Jenny, what's your song?
Well, unfortunately, we don't have S Club Party in the system. We do, however, have their slower song called Never Had a Dream Come True.
Yes.
Yeah, there you go, pretending that you've moved on.
I love that song.
I do too. Okay, Bailey, what's your song?
Well, I love a good guitar solo, so I chose Smooth by Rob Thomas and Santana.
That's Bailey's song. Vaughn, what song did you bring today?
Man, whatever happened to Ellie Goulding? 10 years ago, she had one of the biggest hits on the radio, Love Me Like You Do.
Good question. I love that song, and she's done nothing lately.
She did. I think her last song was like 2018, but bring Ellie Goulding back. She was a star.
What song do you want to vote for? So there are 4 songs. You will call in at 651-989-KDWB. Maybe you've heard us do this before. We do it every Wednesday. And then you vote with Dave's song. Or Jenny's song. Bailey presented this song. And Vaught brings us multiple choice. Your choice, 651-989-KDWB. Let's grab the phone. Hello, KDWB. What's your name?
Ben.
Hi. What's your name again?
Ben.
Ben. Who are you voting for, Ben?
Dave.
Write it down. Thank you, Ben. KDWB. Hi, what's your name?
Lexi.
Lexi, who's got the vote today?
Vaunt.
Vaunt. Okay, scattering it around a little bit. KDWB. Hi, what's your name?
Becky.
Becky, who's got the vote today?
Jenny.
Thank you, Becky. I was hoping I had some S Club fans out there.
Put me on the board.
KDWB, what's your name?
Amanda.
Amanda, Bailey's got no votes, and she's already got a sad look on her face. Are you voting for Bailey, or who's got your vote?
I am voting for Bailey.
Oh, my gosh. Okay, thank
One
you.
each.
Don't be leading people into answers.
You're right. You're right. KDWB, hi, what's your name?
Hi, Miriam.
Miriam, who's got the vote?
Dave.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
Come on.
KDWB, what is your name? We'll move on. KDWB, hello. What is your name?
Hello.
Hi.
My name's Tyler.
Tyler, who's got the vote today?
Dave, you got my vote.
Yay!
Dave wins.
Damn. Do I win? I win?
Yeah,
Oh,
you
my
win.
God. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Tyler, have a great day.
You too.
Bye. Hey, you guys, put down your smokes. You guys, put down your beer. We got a game tonight. That's why another school is here. Tax the rich. Your mom is here, and so is your aunt. Straight from Fort Wayne's most prestigious plant. Go fight with all your might and act like you give a crap. Please direct your attention to the 50-yard line, where for your entertainment, the cheer captain will now get pregnant by number 32, Billy Bob Bodine. We had a chance to win tonight. We practiced hard and long, but the QB's got an injury. Set himself on fire with his bong. Wick, wick, wick. Indiana's from where we hail. Look, the coach just got out of jail. Hey, does anybody want to buy a washer? Come see me after the game.
Okay.
There was an old Target commercial back when he was kind of new, and I'm like, oh, my God.
What a beauty mole.
That guy. All right, it's 8 o'clock on KDWB. We're on YouTube at Dave Ryan TV if you want to watch that. We are doing something on Friday that is super cool with Big Time Rush, because Big Time Rush, the TV show, they lived in Duluth. They're from Duluth, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So we're kind of their fictional home state. So Mall of America is going to do something with the Dave Ryan show and Big Time Rush this Friday. They're not going to be there. Don't get me wrong. I don't want to delude you.
Yeah.
Dave Ryan said the Big Time Rush is here, and I'm pissed. No, this is going to be a big old sing-along.
Yeah, no, it's just going to be a sing-along because it's officially going to be Big Time Rush Day on Friday. And so myself, Bailey, and Vaunt, we're all going to be at the Mall of America. At 12:30 p.m., we're doing a sing-along in the Rotunda area. So we're going to be hosting, playing some games. I think we'll be giving away tickets, but also here on the radio, we're going to be giving away tickets to Big Time Rush's show at the X coming up in like August or something.
August, that's cool.
We're going to be giving those away like all day long, like starts at 6:10 every 30 minutes.
On Friday?
Yep, on Friday. And then you also have an opportunity.
Are you telling me you're never more than 30 minutes away from winning Big Time Rush tickets?
That's what I'm telling you, baby.
Wow.
And you might win meet and greets too, because one lucky person's going to win meet and greets for the band.
That is super cool.
Nice.
We were discussing about who is hot still in the band.
Yes, we
Because
were.
they're getting a little bit older. And Vaughn pointed out that one guy just like decided because he was kind of balding to just like shave his head.
Kendall, yes.
He's like a Ben Lieber. You know how Ben Lieber, he's like a local celeb
Yeah.
and he's just like bald now because whatever. He's very attractive bald. This man in Big Time Rush is very attractive bald. I would argue that he is the most attractive person now.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah,
I would have to point at them and have Vaughn explain to me which one is which, so I could. I mean, all of them are cute. So
one of them is married to one of the Spy Kids. Fun fact.
Really?
The girl from Spy
That's
Kids,
funny.
yeah. So I think James used to be the eye candy back in the day, but I think it's changed. He's not that good looking anymore.
Now, see, the good thing is the longer you guys talk about Big Time Rush, then I can tell Jenny we don't have time to play S Club 7.
No, you
Never
said we
had a
could play
dream.
it. You're
Well,
the one who brought it up.
I said we can play it, but you guys want to talk about Big Time
Okay,
Rush.
everyone shut up.
You decide right now whether you want to talk about Big Time Rush and who's the cutest, or you want to play S Club 7.
S Club 7.
They're all cute.
Play S Club 7.
Make up your mind.
Okay, sorry, S Club 7.
Okay, fine. that got away. The one that you never really quite forget. And you might be in a new relationship now. But every now and then as you're laying there and they're snoring behind you and they're hitting you with their unclipped toenails, you start to go, Dave. I had a lot of fun with Dave. Dave was my one that got away. Not me.
A different Dave. It's a different Dave.
Anybody said that
Dave
about you.
Olsen.
Dave Coulier.
Dave Coulier. The one that got away. I'm going to play this clip for you. I found this online. You tell us what you think of this. This is online. It is a mom talking about her kids going to Disney, and you'll hear the whole story.
Yes, I am the mother whose daughter was invited to Disneyland by her dad's side of the family, and I am not allowing her to go unless the rest of the kids are invited. I have 6 kids total. So she has 5 sisters and brothers, ranging from 15 to 1. I am not going to allow one child to go to Disneyland. Every kid's dream is Disneyland.
Okay, so daughter with the ex. The ex's family's like, hey, let's bring little Sabrina. We're going to take her down to Disneyland with the rest of the kids and the family and Aunt Grace and all that stuff. And the mom says no, because I'm not going to send one kid down there while my other 5 kids, don't get to go. What do you think? You're not a parent, but you still have an opinion.
Yeah,
Bailey?
but the other 5 kids aren't her ex's kids.
Right.
Right. So why would he bring those 5 kids?
So you don't create jealousy and, jealousy.
I just think, isn't there an I mean, I don't know how old these kids are, but do they not understand that their older sibling is their half sibling and belongs to a different dad? Like, can't she go out and do things with that dad?
It's really tough.
Yeah.
Because my kids had half siblings, Beth and Carson.
Right.
And there was, you had to be careful to not show favoritism and, because it is tough.
Yeah.
That daughter is her daughter and her ex's daughter. So she wants to be protective of all of the kids. But yeah, I'm going to tell you the main prohibitive factor. 5 kids.
Yeah.
You ain't going to send 5 kids on anybody's dime down to Disney unless you're Elon Musk and you can afford that because you ain't got that kind of money.
Yeah.
Because that's a lot. Because Disney admission is $175 a day.
Right.
That doesn't count Mickey ears and
a flight.
And a flight and hotel, right?
So Dave, what if like you and Chase, you wanted to take Chase on vacation and Susan said, well, you have to bring Allison and Carson as well. What would you have thought?
I would say no, and I'm going to tell you why. Because we did things like that, but I would spread it out.
Yeah.
It'd be like, okay, I took Chase camping in the Black Hills one time for a week. We had a great time. Just me and him.
Yeah.
Just me and him for one-on-one time with my boy. But I also took Carson to Colorado rafting and climbing and all kinds of things over and over. And Allison and I would travel off to see like shows. And Beth and I used to go to Universal and Disney. So I spread it out a little bit.
I think the obvious answer is like, no, the dad's family shouldn't have to take the other 5 kids. But let's take it down a notch. What if the dad's bringing home the shared daughter and she has McDonald's? Then the daughter's going to eat in front of the other 5 kids? Is that
a good point? No, it's a good point because I remember when my daughter Beth, who had 5 siblings, 4 siblings, and it was 4 siblings, and my mom, who was the kindest woman ever, would buy Beth a Christmas present or Beth a birthday present. But in the same box, she would send something for all 4 of the other kids because she didn't want Beth at Christmas to open up something and her siblings didn't get it.
See, that's really nice.
It was really nice of mom
but
to
also,
do.
I don't think she needed to.
But Jenny doesn't like this woman at all.
No, I don't because I don't know. I think like her entire tone of it is a mess. I think that she has a lot of kids on top of the fact that like she's trying to argue over this. Like you had kids with other people. And now you have to deal with the consequences of having relationships with different dads and having half siblings for your kids. And so I think that it just comes with the territory that, yes, sometimes one kid is probably going to do something different that might be more fun than the other kids. Yeah. And that's just like the reality of it. I don't know. She bugs me. The mom bugs me, honestly.
A bunch of text messages. This lady is delusional. Life isn't fair, and depriving her child of that experience with the other side of the family is cruel. It's not reasonable to say they got to take 5 kids that are not her ex's children. I think that kind of says it all. It's like, that's her family on the other side. Grandma and Grandpa don't want to take your other 5 rotten kids with them to Disneyland and pay for all, even if you paid for it.
Mm-hmm.
Let them have some time with just their granddaughter.
Mm-hmm. Right. And they don't, because those grandparents probably don't even know the other 5 kids. So, like, why would, or if they do, probably not very well.
There was one text that I do understand from the kid's perspective is like, okay, that kid goes to Disney, the other 5 don't get to go. And the other 5 kids are like, well, why is like your dad better than our dad? You know, like then there starts to be this competitiveness about like the dads and stuff and whose family is better. And so I understand that from the kid's perspective. But I think the way that the mom is handling it is, I don't know.
It's a weird dynamic because, you know, we've got Beth had the 4 siblings and their father was, I'll say it, he was garbage. He was garbage. He was abusive. He was garbage. But Beth would get to go with me to go camping in the Black Hills and go to Yellowstone Park. They never got any of that. There's no way I was going to drag along the other 4 kids, and they're all wonderful kids. They're adults now. Because they're not my kids. I wanted time with my Beth, not with the other kids.
Yeah.
I'm sorry the other dad was garbage. That's not my problem.
Yeah.
What do you think? What do we miss? I agree with Jenny. I'm going to take away an opportunity from one of your kids. The dad is not expected to take 4 kids that aren't his own. I would understand if maybe one other kid and they got along really well. I mean, think about that. If there was only 4, like the daughter and then her sister.
Yeah.
And they really like the sister, and she's really sweet, and they get along really well. Then maybe you go, you know what? If you split the cost, I'll take them both. Or maybe if you pay for hers, I'll take them both. But not 5 kids. What do you think?
The Twin Cities #1 hit music station, 101.3 KDWB.
From the Custom One, MN.com Weather Center.
Going to be a drizzly hump day ahead of us. We'll see clouds today with some rain, a high of 32. Tomorrow, cloudy, a high of 43.
This report is sponsored by Whole Foods Market. Get home essentials at Whole Foods Market. Save 30% on 7th generation select cleaning supplies with Prime through April 8th. Freshen up your home with your favorite products. While supplies last, shop in-store or online. Terms apply.
The Twin Cities Auto Show is rolling into the convention center, the Minneapolis Convention Center, coming up next weekend, April 11th to the 13th. But also, if you can't make that, April 16th to the 19th as well. It's a place to compare all kinds of fun vehicles, whether you're looking for an SUV, a truck, a luxury car. They have it all under one roof. You can find the details on TwinCitiesAutoShow.com. And as far as tickets go, good news is kids 10 and under are free. You also get a free admission if you're a first responder, a police officer, firefighter, EMT. You just got to bring your ID along for that. But check them out. They are they're going to spotlight the works of local nonprofits, Cars Against Crime Foundation, and they do have some fun, famous vehicles from like TV and movie shows, Batman, Back to the Future, and Scooby-Doo. All the details are online at TwinCitiesAutoShow.com.
Save big money on your next bathroom upgrade. Now at Menards. Check out our great selection of shower heads from Waterpik. They have innovative, sleek designs with Power Pulse, therapeutic massage for your comfort. Enjoy a better shower experience today with Waterpik. Get a 6-spray handheld shower head. On sale now through April 6th. Plus, check out our weekly flyer on Menards.com for all the great deals happening now.
Save big money at Menards.
And Doug.
Quickly, Moo. We don't have much time. This Liberty ad is already almost over. We only have a few precious seconds to remind people to customize their car insurance and save hundreds with Liberty Mutual. Okay. Well, I guess we had more time than I thought.
Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Savings vary. Underwritten by Liberty Mutual Insurance Company and affiliates. Excludes Massachusetts.
Summer's right around the corner, which means you're getting out those tank tops, shorts, and swimsuits. Yes, you're busy, but you still want to look and feel your best without downtime, drama, or guesswork. And you expect efficiency and you expect results.
Aha, the solution is Ideal Image. Call Ideal Image today and get promo pricing and special offers on laser hair removal, injectables, cool sculpting, and more. 1-800-BE-IDEAL or find them online, idealimage.com.
Think of the time you can save with laser hair removal. You get back that time spent shaving, and you'll look great. Plus, get up to 84% off laser hair removal at Ideal Image.
Ideal Image is the nation's leader in med spa services. Their laser hair removal treatments are quick, comfortable, and done by licensed medical professionals who know exactly what they're doing.
20 years experience, 20 million treatments performed, and over 60,000 five-star reviews.
1-800-BE-IDEAL.
Or idealimage.com.
Tell them Dave and Jenny sent you.
With a seasonally rotating menu of over 30 unique cocktails and a great patio, make sure to stop at Flying Dutchman Spirits the next time you're thirsty, or you can pick up a bottle to take home at your local liquor store. Flying Dutchman Spirits, where handcrafted spirits become mouth-watering cocktails. Mention iHeartRadio and get a free cocktail with purchase of another at the distillery in Eden Prairie off of Shady Oak Road.
Whoa, it's you, the Capital One Bank guy.
That's what they call me.
Mind if I get a selfie?
Yeah, sure thing. Say no fees or minimums on your Capital One checking account.
Wow, that's a keeper. So, where are you heading?
I'm off to spread the good news that Capital One helps people keep more money in their wallet with no overdraft fees.
Oh, you're the best Capital One Bank guy.
Hey, mind if I get a selfie?
Sure.
Say, Capital One, what's in your wallet?
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com/bank for details. Capital One N.A. member FDIC.
Everything's a little better when it's super. Heroes, markets, sized, and of course, checks. A super check gives you an in-depth review of your current insurance coverage with a Farm Bureau Financial Services agent, no matter who your insurance provider is. That's super cool. Talk to a Farm Bureau agent to make sure you're properly covered at fbfs.com/protect. It's your future. Let's protect it. Farm Bureau Property and Casualty Insurance Company, Western Agricultural Insurance Company.
One of life's greatest mysteries has finally been solved.
Who let the dogs out? Spruce, spruce, spruce.
It's Spruce, the new hard-working, worry-free weed and grass killer that's safe for use around people and pets. When used as directed, spray the leaves for visible results in just 1 hour and dead weeds in just 1 day. You spray, they play. Weeds die by the next day. Find Spruce wherever weed killers are sold.
Sometimes it feels like the world is moving at hyperspeed and you can't keep up because it's one thing then another. And don't forget the meeting and the yoga class and the dinner reservation. But then you get into the all-new Nissan Murano and you feel the breeze from the panoramic moonroof while the massaging seats melt away the tension of the day. And you realize that sometimes the greatest rush is not rushing at all. Shop the all-new Murano at nissanusa.com. Panoramic moonroof massaging leather appointed seats are available features.
Get ready for spring with Snap Fitness. They've got locations everywhere. It's open 24/7, so it's convenient for you. They got an amazing, helpful staff, state-of-the-art equipment, so find your location and get ready to move your mood at snapfitness.com.
Your one stop for advertising? Call 844-844-iHeart.
94 has delays westbound from Highway 61 to 35E. 94 eastbound delays from Maple Grove Parkway to Weaver Lake and from Olson Memorial Highway to Hennepin Lindale. 494 tight eastbound from East Bush Lake to Highway 100 and westbound from Cedar to Penn. I'm Maria Arnold, and that's your latest total traffic.
This report is sponsored by Taco Bell. Eat Lux your way with the new $5 Classic, $7 Supreme, and $9 Discovery Lux Craving Boxes from Taco Bell at participating stores for a limited time only. While supplies last, price of participation varies. Drinks excludes freezes. Tax extra.
Imagine you're scrolling through TikTok. You come across a video of a teenage girl and then a photo of the person suspected of killing her.
It was shocking. It was very shocking. Like, that could have been my daughter. Like, you never know.
I'm Jen Swan. I'm the host of a new podcast called My Friend Daisy. It's the story of how and why a group of teenagers turned to social media to help track down their friend's killer. Listen to My Friend Daisy on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Follow My Friend Daisy and start listening on the free iHeart app today.
Now live on streaming video, KDWB's Dave Ryan Show is now on YouTube every morning starting at 7 a.m. Just search Dave Ryan TV.
I'm going to play this for you again. It's a mom who is talking about her ex-husband wants to bring their mutual daughter to Disneyland with his side of the family, and grandma and grandpa and whatever. But she says, no, I'm not going to let her go because she's got 5 siblings from a different dad, and they would all be hurt that they didn't get to go.
Yes, I am the mother whose daughter was invited to Disneyland by her dad's side of the family, and I am not allowing her to go unless the rest of the kids are invited. I have 6 kids total, so she has 5 sisters and brothers ranging from 15 to 1. I am not going to allow one child to go to Disneyland. Every Every kid's dream is Disneyland.
Some talkback answers on the talkback feature.
Okay, so I have a comment on the Disneyland situation. I have 3 kids, all from the same dad, and if the grandparents offered to take one, the oldest, because she's easiest to Disneyland, or whatever the case, I would still say no. But I would leave it at that. I wouldn't say you have to bring the other 5 kids. Because it's a lot easier to manage one kid crying over not going to Disneyland versus 5 kids crying and the trauma that comes with their dad sucks and, XYZ. Yeah.
Okay, here's another thought.
I sent another talkback. But to add to that, the other family can do other things other than Disneyland. I wouldn't compare Black Hills to Disneyland because Disneyland is mostly every kid's dream, right? So they can do other things and it not be as extravagant or crazy and the other kids feeling bad as going to Disneyland. They can still have time with just the one kid. Just don't do it at Disney.
Okay.
Well, with that reasoning, then why would they ever go to Disneyland? Like, if it's just like, oh, there's other things that you can do that's just as good or that's a different experience, then like, okay, so you can only go to Disneyland when all 6 kids can go. Again, that's super expensive.
Yeah.
So then like, okay, so if this is the only opportunity that these grandparents have to take their grandkid to Disneyland, they should be able to have that opportunity.
I think so.
In my humble opinion.
I kind of think so.
Yeah.
I got one more talk back.
My daughters are half sisters, and I would never keep one kid back from doing a cool experience with her dad just to make it quote unquote fair for the other kid. We've talked many times about how everybody's experiences in life are different, and we all, no matter if we're full siblings or half siblings, will have different experiences than our siblings, and that's okay. Different doesn't mean unfair or unequal.
That's a good point. I mean, if you got 2 kids, one kid is going to get to go camping with dad while the other kid has to stay home for whatever reason. Maybe she's not old enough, or maybe one kid is in Girl Scouts or
something.
Got a basketball game.
Yeah, exactly.
So, and I think the one thing that is really important that you teach kids is if you wait for life to be fair, you're going to be waiting for a very long time. You try to be fair, but there's just going to be like one kid's going to be born like tall and athletic, and the other kid's going to be chosen last every time in soccer. And that was me. And that's just the way it is, And some kids are going to be like, oh, she gets all the attention because she's giggly and funny, or he's funny and loud, so he gets all the attention. There's somebody in our family where one kid is giggly and funny and loud and talkative, and his sibling is very, very shy and very quiet. So people are more drawn to the kid who's more outgoing. And she probably thinks it's very unfair. But that's just kind of the way it is.
Yeah.
It's not fair.
If we go with this talkback person, then I don't see why the mom who has the 5 other kids couldn't just plan her own vacation with those kids while the girl goes to Disneyland with her dad. Yeah, I just think that's if you want to go in that same direction, like, oh, there's something else you could do. You can do other things. Okay, then take those other kids and go do something else.
If you have the money, that's the thing. If you got the means for it. Thanks for all the input on that one. Let's do the Daily Bailey. What's up, Bailey J?
I have a 10-step plan to make a friend as an adult. Okay? Because I know Vaughn needs friends, so I made this list for you, Vaughn.
Thanks, Bailey.
You're welcome.
I appreciate it.
Okay, step number 1. Go where the people are for repetitive proximity. So join a sports team, a book club, a workout class, a volunteer group, or if you can't go out, then join a niche online community, preferably something that is locally based.
Done. Did that.
Okay,
I joined an improv club.
That's a good start, yes.
Good job, buddy.
Thank you.
Okay. Step number 2, talk to people, learn how to ask good questions. So you follow the natural progression of the conversation, and mainly be interested in them, even if you're not. So you'll ask them questions about themselves and then follow-up questions to whatever they answer. Okay, Vaughn, writing this down?
All right.
All right, number 3, get their number or ask them or add them on social media.
I feel like the social media thing is much more normal.
Yeah.
Asking for phone numbers almost feels like a little too much right off the bat.
Right.
But it's like, oh, hey, what's your social?
Yeah, that's harmless. Yeah.
Yeah, I still have so many friends that are like close friends and I still don't have their phone numbers. Number 4, make a low-risk contact. Ask them a question about your shared activity via phone number or social media. Be like, hey, did you finish the book yet for our book club? No pressure, low-risk contact. Number 5, invite them on a friend date, a short hang in a neutral location. Like, would you like to go on a walk? something like that. Then number 6, send a connection text message that relates to something you spoke about on the friend date. Hey, remember when we were on that walk and we saw that pigeon? Pigeons, am I right? Kind of that.
And
that
you
kind
get
of
blocked.
thing.
And you're blocked, right?
What?
Done.
Number 7, continue chatting and ask them on another friend date. Number 8, on the way to the next friend date, bring them food. Say like, hey, I'm stopping to get a coffee. Can I get you something? Or I'm getting a donut for myself. Do you want one? Bring them food. Food is the bringer together of people.
It's a key to all things.
Exactly. Number 9, ask them for help. So say something like, I want to learn more about this thing that you're interested in. Could you help me learn more about it?
People love to help.
Yeah. Or would you go with me shopping this week for an outfit for this work meeting, et cetera, et cetera. Ask them for help, and that grows a larger connection versus just being an acquaintance. Number 10, notice when they need help and show up for them. And that's, you got to do those things repeated over and over again. Ask them for help, see when they need help, show up for them, and then continue chatting and bringing up the things that you guys talked about. And then you've created a friendship.
Okay, can
Very
I add
nice.
something to the list? And
Yeah.
I think that the girl was talking more about dating, but I saw it on TikTok that she said something to do if you're like sick of dating apps or whatever, but also it probably could work for friendship, is if you have plans to like go to dinner with someone, get there like 30 minutes early, sit at the bar, put your phone down, don't have it out, don't be looking at your phone, and just start up conversation with the bartender, which usually then opens up conversation with people sitting next to you at the bar, which then like opens up potential friendship, or if you're trying to date as well. But it's like, get somewhere early that you like enjoy going and just like be there and be present. And that's like another way you could like potentially meet people.
Yeah, the whole like proximity.
Yeah.
Yeah. And your next people, I think most of my mom's friends are just people she met at the bar.
Oh,
Because
that's
it's
so
this very
weird.
Cheers situation. She walks in and people are like, Rhonda.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I feel like the minute I start talking to somebody at a bar, they're like, why is this guy talking to me? But I do it at a barbershop. Sometimes they're talking about, I don't know, Kendrick and Drake and their beef, and I'll jump in and it'll seem completely normal.
Yeah.
I don't know why the setting just changes things for me.
I personally think it's easy to talk to strangers, but
Me too.
not easy to talk to acquaintances. If I'm in a room full of people, I know their names, but I don't think that they know who I am, I will not say a word to anyone. But if it's a stranger at a bar, I'll be like, say, what do you got? Is that a Moscow Mule? Wow, it looks not. Can I have a sip?
They're like, yeah, I got to go to the bathroom.
Bailey, they stop talking as soon as you ask for a sip of their
I
drink.
just want to try it.
Nobody wants that.
Gosh.
No.
All right.
Anyway, that's the Daily Bailey. Thanks,
Thank
everybody.
you.
Go out and make a friend today.
Coming up on You Can't Make This Stuff Up. Yesterday was April Fool's Day, and all these corporations do like a funny April Fool's joke. Like the Manitou Incline in Colorado Springs, where I grew up, is a giant, very, very steep, very, very challenging hike up the side of a mountain.
And it's basically stairs.
It's basically stairs, and it's super popular, and it's very challenging. They did an April Fool's joke where they put in an escalator. And I was annoyed because people were like, oh, I get it. It's an April Fool's joke. It's like, really? Did you really have to point out to everybody else that it was, though you're so clever, you figured out that it was an April Fool's joke? I've got the top 10 best April Fool's stunts that brands pulled this year. Like, for example, Hidden Valley Ranch pulled a funny prank.
Ooh.
There was another one, the electric shaver. They came up with a funny electric shaver. Some other things. Raising Cane's came up with one, and I will tell you all about them coming up next.
There's tons of great music on KDWB, but when you're looking for country, keep it in the iHeart family and use 102.1 K102. It's going to be a great year for country with new music coming from Morgan Wallen, Jordan Davis, Megan Maroney, and tons more. That's 102.1 K102.
From the Custom One, MN.com Weather Center.
It's going to be cloudy today, but then rain showers throughout the day, a high of 39. Tomorrow, cloudy, a high of 43.
This report is sponsored by the Spring Festival.
Spring Festival and Arts and Crafts Affair is back, April 4th through 6th, Canterbury Park, Shakopee.
Over 400 of the nation's top artists and crafters, unique handcrafted treasures, free parking, plus
Mr. Ivan Glotsky of New Haven, Connecticut explains why he uses Old Bond medicated powder.
There was a tingling, like a bad rash, like a prickly heat, and then the tingling turned into an oozing, and the tingling kind of turned into an oozing, which was kind of a mucousy blood, kind of a cracking with a dry flakiness all over it that came out of my sakakta thing, and that's when I tried the Old Bond.
and what happened as soon as you applied the Old Bond.
Well, it solidified into kind of a chunky mass. It was adhering to all the hair, and I was covered in pussy, mucousy masses of chunky white, cheesy, like a cream cheesy goop substance that was oozing from the crack.
Mr. Glodsky, describe your symptoms after using the Old Bond for just 1 week.
There was an oozing with a pus with a white cakey substance that was kind of like a cottage cheese and would fill up with blood, and I would have to lance it and drain it, so I put on more powder. And then what would happen is it began to bubble and stink, and then the coccygeal wound opened up and it had this mucus that would dump out of my pant leg in small puffs of white, chunky ooze that would hit the ground, and dust would fly up everywhere when I walked, and I looked like a small railroad engine.
Mr. Glodsky, would you recommend Old Bond to your friends?
Yes, I would. It was good, and I would recommend it for anything except for like a bloody ooze with a lot of pus, because that turned into like a boil, and I had to have it looked at, and it was ingrown, and they was plucking hairs, and it was a horrible smelling thing, but I won't eat in that restaurant anymore. Besides, they don't know me anyway.
Take your time, just in your own words. Tell me why you're on War of the Roses.
We both have an Apple Watch, right?
Their relationship is too close at this point, and I think he's using. One girl decides to sit on Adam's lap in the pool.
She came home, and I noticed scratching on her back.
I'll admit I was wrong. What else can I say, girl? Can't you blame my head and not my
I checked his phone. Sometimes you kind of get the urges to.
I was drunk, I was gone. That don't make it right, but promise there were no feelings involved.
He has this like blue, nice pea coat, but he comes home and I've been noticing these like long women's hairs stuck to it.
So she strips down, and while she's walking into the bathroom, I see something stuck to her. So I pull it off. I'm like, what the hell is this?
How long has this been going on?
You're f***ing Robert, I know it.
So my boyfriend was caught with second-degree burns from chocolate syrup that he was using to pleasure himself with. We are rekindling our relationship. He basically asked him out right in front of me. You know, like, we have to go out sometime.
My ex-boyfriend, he needed a place to live. You know, he can live in my snowmobile trailer.
It's my fault, but you gotta believe me when I say it only happened once.
What? I mean, this is crazy. Can we just have like a conversation like real people? Are you schooling her?
You know what? Can you be a little bit more insecure? You know, this is
She said, save your apologies. Baby, I just gotta know. How long has this been going?
It's been a long time coming, and I'm sorry. You're a piece of work. You know, you're a piece of work. Cause what?
I'm a piece of work?
Believe that this is an ex-girlfriend? Just delete that.
You've been acting so shady. I've been feeling it lately.
You go hang out with your slut brigade every
Whoa, the slut brigade.
Okay, so then you're admitting it now. You're admitting it. Like, I called you before and you were lying, and now you're admitting it.
And you're sending her roses instead of me?
She said, boy, tell me honestly, was it real or just for show?
She lied and said that her birth control didn't work, so she was already pregnant. So then they had sex without any protection. That's how she got pregnant.
Ooh, that's a dirty trick.
So she tricked him.
I'm sorry, is there any truth to this?
How long has this been going on? You've been creeping around on me.
Your husband put us up to this. Maybe you owe him an explanation.
Yep.
For a woman, it's the same thing?
But we trick men, too, to be fair.
We
We're
trick
equal
men most of the
opportunity.
time.
Listen, I had to have sex with her. Like, listen, I had to save my job.
I've heard guys squirm on War of the Roses before. You are not even able to complete a full sentence.
You know, I even my psychic had told me that we're soulmates and that You know, we would have a family, and I just know that this is the right guy.
Okay, well, you realize that sounds pretty psycho.
I've been feeling it lately, baby.
Own the dream. Your one stop for advertising? Call 844-844-iHeart.
Good morning. We have delays 94 eastbound from Plymouth to Hennepin Lyndale, 494 slow westbound Cedar to Penn. We have delays on the Lafayette Freeway, northbound approaching 94. No accidents at the moment. I'm Maria Arnold, and that's your latest total traffic.
This report is sponsored by Hamlin University.
Get the education you need to succeed at Hamlin University, where every student graduates having completed at least one paid internship or field-based research project. Graduate with real-world experience and the skills employers want on your resume. Start your future today at hamlin.edu/applyhu.
101.3 KDWB.
You can't make this stuff up. 2, 3, 4.
Hidden Valley Ranch did a little April Fool's joke. They came out with a soda. Several sodas: Classic Ranch, Garlic Ranch, Hot Honey Ranch, and Jalapeno Ranch.
Gross.
And some people were sad to find out it was a prank. Not true.
I mean, the ranch itself sounds good, but as a soda, nope.
Yahoo came up with a touch grass keyboard, because we're all supposed to touch grass, I guess.
Yes,
Go
grounding.
outside and
I can't wait. It's almost grounding season.
You're so what do you do? You go out, you stand on the grass, and this does
you
what
need to
for
be
you?
one with your earth. It just like builds this electricity through your body, and it makes you much
Oh, it does.
happier and ready for the day. So you go out and you need to touch the earth. Okay, tree hugging as well. That helps you too.
I'm such a nerd.
No,
Yes,
I'm getting more and more granola by the day.
Okay.
True facts.
I am.
Oh, boy. Cat poop scented candles. A pet tech company called Whisker announced a candle called Cat Poo Number 2. It is real, but it doesn't actually smell like a litter box. It's rose scented.
Oh.
An electric shaver for your butt. Dude Wipes, which is a product for dudes to carry around, like to wipe their butt with.
Mhm.
It's called Dude Wipes.
It's anyone can use them. They're not just for dudes.
True, but it's called Dude Wipes.
Yeah. Right.
Okay. So they teamed up with Manscaped for the Dude Man, a shaver with a cone-shaped attachment, so you can really get in there. Really get in
I wish
there.
that was real. That sounds great. Honestly,
Okay.
useful.
An entire outfit meant for cleaning your glasses. The site Glasses USA claimed they were launching a line of clothing made entirely out of microfiber cloth, because that's how everybody cleans their glasses anyway. And people are like, ooh, I want to order one. Mood-matching lingerie, bra and panties that change color like a mood ring. That was not real.
That sounds like something that should exist already.
Mood-matching lingerie? Yeah, I
Yes.
guess so, yeah. Wine-stained furniture. Josh Sellers claimed they were launching a line of stylish modern couches and chairs with built-in wine stains, so you don't have to worry about adding more to them. The Duolingo World Cruise. They claimed they were partnering with Carnival Cruise Lines for a 5-year cruise to help you learn 40 different languages. Not true. Raising Cane's Skin Moisturizer. They even got Cardi B to do a fake review for a product based on Raising Cane's signature sauce. They claimed it smelled just like chicken. And chocolate bread. Reese's claimed they were selling it for peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. People were disappointed that chocolate bread wasn't real. That seems
Chocolate
like
bread sounds delicious.
It does kind of sound good. I mean, you could
Yeah.
actually probably make chocolate bread and put peanut butter on it.
Right.
Why don't you do that this weekend, Bailey?
Okay.
I think you should.
Oh, you're asking Bailey to make something?
Jenny, you should bake some chocolate bread.
Why? I say that
this
because
weekend.
Bailey recently kind of screwed up soup, which is usually you just put everything into a pot and
That
let
was
it.
one time.
Even your pastor told you it was bad.
That was one time.
He said, everybody bow your heads and pray for Bailey.
Oh,
No kidding.
it did.
All right, Dave's Dirt coming up in a minute on KDWB. Stay here. The Dave Ryan Show is on, and you can see us on YouTube, Dave Ryan TV. Also, check us out on the free iHeartRadio app, which is new and improved. They're making improvements, little tweaks to it all the time. Make sure you give us a preset. There's a little preset button in the upper left-hand corner. It's a plus sign. So when you're streaming us, just tap that and give us a preset. We would appreciate it. Dave's Dirt is next on KDWB. That is Lola Young on KDWB. I like that song. It's called Messy. It's not new or anything, but it occurred to me that it sounds a lot like Lana Del Rey. And I'm like, oh, that's a show that I would see Lana Del Rey.
Yeah.
And I'm not really a concert kind of a person
Mhm.
because, you got to get, it's usually on a weeknight. You got to drive all the way to St. Paul, and then you got to park in that hockey ramp.
Yeah.
Then you got to walk across that sky bridge.
Yeah, it's really helpful, actually. It's really nice.
What is?
That parking ramp that's just attached right to the place that you're going. I love
you
that.
guys are rich. I never park in those ramps. They are way too expensive.
$25, yeah.
Yeah, I find some
Where do you
parking.
park?
Somewhere
Somebody's
off
lawn?
West 7th. I would if that was available, but somewhere off West 7th, that's like $15 instead.
Oh, I'd go even cheaper. I'll find one on one of those parking apps, ParkWiz, and it's like $5. And I just got to walk maybe 2 blocks. It's not bad.
Okay.
What? ParkWiz? I've never heard of this.
Spot Hero is what I use. Yeah.
What is it, Spot?
Spot Hero is what I use, yeah. And there's usually stuff that's cheap.
Yeah, and ParkWiz, that's the one. They'll just show you like, oh, this event's going on, the Justin Timberlake concert. Here's parking ramps near you that are open.
Okay.
Well,
Jenny's writing it down. I did write it down.
Speaking of concerts, we're going to have more concerts, tickets to give away likely next week on Pick Your Ticket Tuesday because we had such a good time with this last week when we had all these concert tickets to give away, and so we're going to do more on KDWB. Are you playing? What are you doing?
Huh? I'm practicing my recorder.
No.
Not during the show, if you don't mind.
My bad.
Also, next week.
On Friday, we've got those big time rush tickets
The big
too.
time rush tickets, too.
Yeah.
Can you not play the recorder?
I have to practice.
It's getting annoying.
I'm sorry, I have to practice.
Fun.
We're trying to do Dave's Dirt here.
Yeah, we're doing Dave's Dirt.
We're going to do Dave's Dirt here in a second. And just, you're kind of getting on my last
Just give me a
nerve.
minute.
Can you stop playing the recorder? All right, that's it.
Give me that recorder. Hey! Ow, my recorder!
I'm sorry.
What the hell?
Oh my gosh.
I told you.
Dave.
He warned you.
I was trying to
warned you.
practice.
I warned you.
This musical
broke that
prowess,
recorder over my knee.
That doesn't just happen overnight. I have to rehearse.
This feels a little repetitive.
Now,
did you get deja vu there for a second?
Now, send me a text if you get that bit. If you get that bit, let me know. Send me a text. We'll do Dave's Dirt coming up next on KDWB.
The Dave.
Whoops. I try that again.
Yeah,
All right,
one more
again.
time.
All right, here we go.
Work can wait. The dirt cannot. Dave's Dirt on KDWB.
Brought to you by 612 Injured, Heimer and Lammer's Injury Law. So somebody found a jacket that was donated to charity, and they're going through the pockets because, you want to find out what there's, things in there. And they found a $2.5 million lottery ticket in the pocket of this jacket.
I was stupefied. There's no words for it. It was like beyond expression. How can I get it back?
What?
Right.
What do they
happen?
do? What do they do? Wow, that's crazy.
Imagine having that in your pocket, too, and not knowing where it is and being like, oh, my God, I know that I won, and now I can't figure out which pocket I put it in.
Haven't we all lost something, and it's like we give it up for lost, and then we find it like years later?
Yeah.
Mine was a pair of sunglasses, like prescription sunglasses with magnetic they were regular glasses with magnetic sunglasses that would put over the top.
Nice.
Lost it for years. And I found it the other day. Where was it? On the shelf with the other sunglasses.
Yeah. Or you put something somewhere else because you okay, I don't want to lose this. So I'm going to put it here so I'll remember exactly where it is. But you're putting it in a new spot. So you're stupid and always put it back where you found it. Gosh darn it.
I ordered something for Susan years ago. It was like a little piece of jewelry, and it was like customized, and I ordered this for her, and I hid it. And then it was around Christmas time, and I was going to find it and give it to her. I could not remember where I put it.
You do that all the time, I feel like, with presents.
I found it eventually in the garage in a box of golf balls. For whatever reason, I thought, okay, this is the best place to put this, in a box of golf balls in the garage.
Yes.
And I found
so
it like
smart.
2 years later.
I don't blame you for forgetting where you put it because I think I've done that before. But my big thing is I'll wrap presents for Christmas morning and then I'll forget what everything is. So now I make notes as I'm wrapping so that I know okay, this wrapping paper, that's that present for this person.
Very true. Val Kilmer has passed away. He was probably best known as Iceman in the original Top Gun and then in Top Gun Maverick from 3 years ago. But he was also Batman in, I think, 1998 or so.
And Tombstone.
And Tombstone, right?
Yeah.
You can be my wingman anytime. You can be mine.
The first one, I really rallied hard for him to make the movie.
You're everyone's problem.
And the kind of talent that he has, and you see that scene, is very special. This is very special.
It's very sweet, very touching, very appropriate when they had him in the second movie because he was very sick by the time they did the second movie.
What did they have him in for the second movie?
He was like a retired admiral or something like that. And
so
then Tom
like a very
Cruise,
small part?
It was quite a small part. Yeah, maybe like a 5-minute scene or so, but everybody knows, oh, that's Iceman, but it's 40 years later and he's old now. So Cher has a woulda, coulda, shoulda choice. Here is Cher.
Was there ever a man, and this is not the book, this is just for fun now, a man that you said woulda, coulda, shoulda?
Michael McDonald.
Yeah. I mean, you had...
I would have gone out with him for his voice. If he just would sit and sing to me, I would just love it.
What a Fool Believes.
Yes.
Yeah. Wow.
He was on the road with me once, and I went out and did background.
Just to be on the same stage.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
I mean, I know she said woulda, coulda, shoulda, so she's probably over it at this point, but she probably still has a chance.
Yeah. He's married, though.
He's still very handsome. He's all gray now.
Yeah.
But he's got that classic voice. He was on a lot of songs back in the 70s and 80s, and this is the song that they're talking about. You may know his voice. Very distinctive voice, and quite handsome, too.
He came from somewhere back in how long ago. The sound about the fool don't see trying hard.
Do you know that song, Vaughn?
No, but I know Michael McDonald. Jimmy Fallon does a good impression of him.
Who does?
Jimmy Fallon.
That's why mom knows.
Yeah, that's
Thank you, baby.
Why does he almost sound like Cher
I
right
was
there?
gonna say
oh
that,
my
Jenny.
gosh, that
Does
was
he?
so weird.
He does.
Oh, great song.
He does sound like Cher.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay. Cardi B says her ex-husband Offset, this is a horrible story, and they just strike me as they're both like very troubled. They're just, just a mess. Anyway, things between Cardi B and Offset not going smoothly. During a live stream, she said that he's been harassing her constantly for the past few months, alternating between begging her to come back and threatening to kill her and himself. She also claims that he's been sending videos of them making love to the new guy that she's been seeing. That's illegal. That's called revenge porn. And she says every time he knows that I'm going to go out of town, he harasses me, leaves me voice notes trying to put my self-esteem to the ground, and I am so tired of it. I think anytime a guy threatens to kill somebody, you got to take that seriously.
Yeah.
You got to call the police about that.
They just have the most toxic relationship, though.
I think they're both just toxic people.
Yes. Oh, I agree.
Not a fan of either of those two. The internet loved Morgan Wallen's decision to leave the SNL stage early, and his post of the phrase, "Get me to God's country" on the tarmac. The memes have been nonstop. One of the best so far says, "Get me to God's country," and God's country is an Arby's sign advertising a $6.99 surf and turf special. That's God's country.
I forget her name, but one of the senators for Minnesota, she posted, "Get me to God's country," and it was a picture of Sweet Martha's in front of the Sweet Martha sign. She posted that on her Instagram yesterday.
Yes.
One of the theories about Morgan Wallen was that he thought the show was done, but then somebody else posted Morgan Wallen was a musical guest or a host, just was on SNL before, and he stayed and did the goodbyes previously. So he knew that it wasn't just jump off the stage and leave.
Yeah, there's still nobody's really saying why it was.
God's country. He had to leave.
Go to God's country. Paul Rudd pretty much has a lock on the title of nicest guy in Hollywood, but there's one guy that Paul Rudd does not like.
Oh.
It is the dentist that he went to in his late 20s or early 30s, sometime after he appeared in Clueless. The guy said, "You need some preventative stuff." And since he was the pro, Paul believed him. He said, "The guy screwed up my teeth so badly. It's one of the things that I carry around. I was so furious. It's the only time I ever went to him." He says, "I don't even remember his name. If he's reading this, I hope he knows he's a terrible dentist." By the way, Paul doesn't think he's particularly nice. He says, just try to be polite. Try and respect other people's time. Show up on time. Don't be a D word. And then that's it. Okay.
Fun.
Okay. I'll give you a little tip. If you like the show, White Lotus, the guy who plays Rick, the balding guy who is kind of dark
Walton
and
Goggins is his real name.
I didn't know that he's like a comic actor, and he's been in other things. And he's in a show called Vice Principals, which I started watching last night. It's a half-hour comedy series on Max, and it is so funny. I laughed like I haven't laughed in a long time because it's just so stupid.
Is it a new show? Like it just came out recently? Because I've never heard of it.
Got a couple of seasons behind it.
Okay.
I looked it up. It's like 2016, 17.
Okay, it's been a while.
Yeah.
So it would remind you a little bit of Paul Blart Mall Cop. And then what's the one with the soccer team, the soccer coach?
Oh, Ted Lasso?
Ted Lasso.
Yeah.
So it's a cross between Paul Blart Mall Cop and Ted Lasso. And it's so funny because everybody in the show is so stupid. Especially the two main characters, because they're both vice principals and they're mad because they want to be the principal, but they didn't get chosen. So they plot to take over. And it's so stupid, but it's so good. Vice Principals on Max. That's The Dirt, brought to you by 612 Injured, Heimer and Lammer's Injury Law. Does divorce affect the kids to the point where you shouldn't get a divorce? We're going to talk to a mom who wants to divorce her husband, but he says no. It'll screw up the kids for life. I want to get your thoughts on this. It's coming up next. Maybe you've been there. Hey, it's Dave Ryan with Livia Weight Control Centers. Now is the time to get a jump on summer. And if you want to lose up to 20 pounds or more in your first 8 weeks, you can.